So I'm gonna do a little story time about my experience at the Twice concert in Oakland, and I just thought that we could talk about all sorts of different things like the fans, the merch, and things like that. I was lucky and I was able to get a little bit of merch. I didn't get everything I wanted because they did sell out. But I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the merch side. I'm gonna try my best to make this as organized as possible. So I'm gonna pull my hair up. I guess we could start with the fans. I never knew there were so many ones in California, let alone like in the Bay Area. Oh no, my nails. Oh, I forgot I was picking at my nails. Tell me you have anxiety without telling me you have anxiety. I always felt like I was really alone and like, just, kind of I didn't have a community. Like I felt like I didn't have like a community that liked the same thing that I did, which is our beautiful girls. And so going there and seeing lines of people with like, the little paddles with their faces on it, I forget what they're called, and seeing people with like old merch and things like that, I was just so blown away by everybody. I need water, sorry. The outfits. I loved that everyone went like with a theme. Like some people were dressed like Eyes Wide Open, some people were dressed like Formula of Love. So there's one girl, she was dressed in Chan's outfit, kind of. I can't lift it up for some reason. I have stuff all tangled up, but she was in Chang's outfit from Feel Special, modified a little bit obviously, but it was so cute. And then there's one girl, I actually talked to her because I'm shy when it comes to like talking to strangers. I didn't want to come off as a weird old lady like approaching this young girl to talk about her outfit, but she made it. I was like, excuse me, like, because I've been looking for a dress like this. It was Mina's outfit from Alcohol Free, and it was really well done, and I thought she bought it, and I knew she was like doing Mina because she also had like a clear bag with a bunch of Mina photo cards on it, and I love Mina too. So I was like, excuse me, like, where did you get this? She made it herself, and she bought 2 scarves on Amazon and just made it herself. And I was just she looked so proud of herself. And also a really popular outfit was Diane's outfit from The Feels and Chewy's outfit from The Feels. And then I saw a couple of people also wearing homemade outfits that Jihyo wore. So I thought that was really neat too, that so many people were dressing up as like them from the music videos, and I just thought that was really neat. There's also dancers there, like the K-pop in public trend people. I don't know if it's them like specifically, but they were doing the pink outfit, the pink version of Formula of Love. I'm blanking on what that version is called, I forget. It was really cute, like little baby ones people like that I was with. It was one of their first concerts ever, and it was me and her's first K-pop concerts, and then it was our other friend's first girl group K-pop concert. And so because she's a BTS fan, and so it was really neat to see, like, there were even kids there, like parents brought their kids, and that was really exciting. And everyone was really good about wearing masks for the most part. I only saw a couple dude bros who were like, taking it down and not really caring. We'll get into dude bros later, but anyway, I should probably start doing my makeup now. So the community was really, really fun. Yeah, I think it was really nice for me to experience the fandom myself, and just feel like a part of the community, because it's been pretty lonely until I indoctrinated my friends into liking Twice. They started memorizing the songs and getting really into it, so I know, right? So there's awesome fans in the Once community, and I think that was really fun for me to experience just, you know, seeing what everybody was like and seeing everybody dressing up. Merch was nerve-wracking for me because I was like, are we gonna get any? My friend saw on Twitter that it started at was supposed to open at 1 or 1:30, and then it was going to be open until 10 at night. And so I was like, oh, perfect. That's great. And so we went, and we got there at 2. So about 30 minutes after it opened, because we talked to some people in line, and they were saying, oh yeah, it opened 30 minutes late. So we got there like right when it opened and people were getting stuff. Like, not everyone in line got merch, if that makes sense. So like I was feeling pretty confident because, like, you know, large groups all stand together because they're all seeing the concert together. And if one person wants merch, you know, they're not all gonna ditch them. And so I got out of line to go to while my friends held my place, and I was going to the restroom, and that's when I noticed, you know, not everybody was buying everything. But there's also a problem with the merch people not setting limits, and I feel like they should have been to some extent, because they were letting people buy obscene amounts of things. And I get it, because like the shipping costs a lot for a lot of stuff, like light sticks and things. So I get like wanting to get extra for your friends or something. So once we got close to the merch line front, there was maybe like 6 to 10 people in front of us. This girl behind the counter yelled, like, we're closing in 5 minutes. And I was like, what the heck? It wasn't even 5 yet. And I thought that was really rude, because like there were still so many people behind us, and like the line like just was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And obviously the people in the back weren't going to hear her shouting, only the people in the front were, and then that like stressed everyone out. And so there was these little girls behind us who were really stressing because they really wanted to get stuff. So me and my group were like, we're going to get our stuff really, really, really fast. We already decided what we wanted, because we looked at the merch lists before we went there, just so that way we would be able to like grab and go. And then right when I got to the front, they were like, we're out of the black hoodie. I was so upset, and I'm stupid because like I was so pressed to get out and out of the way so these little girls could get their merch that I didn't ask to have him take it down from the wall. I doubt he would have at the time, because I feel like that would have caused like a huge uproar. But later in the night, like when I was leaving, they were doing that for people, so I felt kind of like bummer. But it's okay. But if anyone is selling the black hoodie, like, I'll buy it from you. Anyway, so fast forward, after we get our merch, we go eat, we come back, and as we're walking to the venue to get in, there's these 2 guys who are about to go into the merch line, and I was like, hey, like, they're basically out of merch, because it had been 30 minutes since they said that they were closing down, and they only had, I was asking, can I get this, can I get this, and they were like, no, we're out, no, we're out. They only had the 3 things that I got, the 3 clothing items I got. Sorry about that. So we saw these guys going into the merch line, and it was still really long after we had already gotten out and like gone and eaten food, and then we're going back to the venue, and they were gonna get in line. I was like, hey, like, they only have like X, Y, and Z left, and they wanted to get a candy bong and some other things. And they were like, oh, like, thanks for, you know, I was like, I promise I'm not lying, like, I'm not trying to trick you, like, look at that line, plus the show's starting soon, like, you're not gonna get to the front, and there's only these things left. And they were like, okay, thanks for telling us. And then they started telling us that their friend was like 10th in line, because they woke up super duper early to get in line first, and the person in front of them bought like all the candy bongs, like, straight up. And that, I feel like, shouldn't be allowed and shouldn't happen, because they bought like 20 or something, and there's limited supply. And I feel like that's really selfish, because like, yeah, whatever, do your hustle, do your thing, but there's people who can't get them because there's not very many K-pop stores, and the shipping is a lot. So of course people would want to buy them at the venue so they can like turn them on and show support for their favorite artists with their color or whatever. I don't know, it just seemed really shady. And when I was in line for the restroom, there were these guys that had like 6 or more candy bongs and they had bought a bunch of merch, and they were like bragging on a FaceTime with somebody that they like bought everything and like they spent heck of money and all this stuff, and they were like, I don't know, it's pretty distasteful, and they're being really loud, and like they were right by the line too, because like the line for the restroom and the line for the merch was like pretty close together, and the line for the merch, there's like 6 lines open, so like it's moved so slow though. But I was just like, they clearly didn't buy them like for friends, because it was just 3 people, and they already had candy bongs unwrapped and like that they were using. So I don't know if they're gonna sell them or what, but it was just like upsetting to see like that someone who's like so-called fan would like not think of other people who might want those things to, you know, mark the occasion and to have some merch, because merch is really hard to find and it's expensive too when you live in America. And you know, if you're a fan, you know that. And I don't know why you would want to take that like away from other people. So it was just kind of upsetting to hear them talking like that. And that's kind of like, honestly, the only bad experience I had with anyone through the night was male fans. And like, I know that sounds really bad to say, and I'm not trying to like hate on men in general. Like, you know, there's some really great male fans out there, but like, I'll get into the problematics later. But it was just like really upsetting to like, I don't know, see people being greedy with merch when they know it's a limited supply. I'll give you tips for the merch line. So what I wish I would have known was that after the sound check, the VIP sound check, you can go inside and they have merch inside, and the lines looked a lot more reasonable, a lot more manageable, and like I would have totally preferred to have gone inside than to wait outside, because it was kind of hot, and also like they ran out so fast. Maybe I would have had my friends like divide and conquer, like have a couple people stay outside and then one of us go inside to like wait in line. I don't know. Because after the show, I zoomed into the merch line because I really wanted that black hoodie. And the person in front of me got it off like the wall, and they took off the sticker of the price and gave it to them. So they got the last one. I was like, ugh. And then I bribed the worker. I was like, do you have any more black hoodies? And he's like, no, I'm sorry. Like, they got the last one. And I was like, okay, but if I gave you $100 cash, would you be out of black hoodies? And he looked at me and he like had to think about it for a second. So I bribed him, and he's just like, I was looking at him like, like, do you have it? And he's just like, I want to look downstairs in our warehouse for you. But he's like, I'm pretty sure this is it. And my cat's going crazy. And I was like, all right, like, that's fine. But I was able to get, they didn't have any photo cards left, but they did have like the pictures of the girls, like in photo size. And my cat is going crazy. So I was able to get at least those. I spent way too much money on everything. But in my mind, it's once in a lifetime, you know, like it might be the last time they come to America. And I'm not trying to like say that, I'm knocking on wood, but their contract's expiring this year, and with everything that's been going on, and like I'll get into the members and stuff and like how the show went. But from what I observed, like, I don't know, the empath in me was kind of like, this might be it. Yeah, bring water. Because when you're in line outside, you can have your water and stuff, and they're not selling water. And then if you like bring water, and then if you go inside the venue, water's like $8 and the lines are insane, and you're gonna be screaming your head off. So bring unopened bottles of water and bring a prescription or something with you. And then if they're like, oh, you can't bring this in, even if it's unopened, be like, well, I need it for my prescription. And then they can't tell you can't do that. Oh yeah. The other thing about merch is people were going really slow, and I get that it's like an experience and that you want to like make the most of it for yourself, but people were like going hella slow, trying things on. Like, you were in line for 2.5 hours, maybe even more, and you don't know what you want and you're trying things on and being indecisive, like trying things on, don't be trying things on in line. Like put them up to yourself, do your best guess. And I'll talk more about sizing and stuff in a little bit after I'm done getting ready. I'm gonna put the merch on and I'll show you, and I'll edit that in so that way you can see how things fit, and I'll talk about all that then. But basically, like, don't, my overall takeaway and advice to like anybody going to these concerts is, my cat's playing, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. She's having fun. But my advice and my takeaway is, like, don't be selfish. Like, think of other people around you. Think of, like, how you would want the experience to go for yourself. And, like, if you were doing what, like, if someone else was doing what you were doing, would you be frustrated or upset? So, like, I don't know, just think about others and don't just think about yourself and your experience, because, like, it's an experience for everyone. Everyone paid to be there. Everyone's excited. Like, don't be that person that sours the experience for somebody, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think you know what I'm saying. Also, isn't this such a cute little palette? It has the smallest mirror, but I love Sailor Moon so much. My cat, that's my cat. Her name's Luna. We'll do a quality review in a little bit. But that's basically the gist of things. Welcome back. So I was able to get a few things for demonstration purposes. I've not styled this so you could see the full thing in all of its glory. This is the first time I'm actually trying it on. I do wish I would have went up a size. They only had small and large left. And because I was like so fast trying to just like grab and go, that I was just like, I put them up to me and I was like, give me the small. I don't know. I feel kind of guilty getting things in bigger sizes because I know that, like, I'm small and I can fit into a small or a large, but someone who fits into a large can't fit into a small, you know what I mean? So I felt like if I did go with the large, I would just like have a lot of guilt about that in case, because there was such a limited supply, that if I got a large, then someone else behind me wouldn't have that opportunity to get something that fit them. So I went with the small and it fits me really well. It pretty curves my size pretty good. It's a little gappy in the back, but I'm not mad at it. This is what it says on the side, which is, let's try to, there you go. And on the other side, beautiful. And then it has all of these, I'm on my tippy toes. It has all these cute little designs on it. And then it just looks really cute. It's pretty long, which is nice because I'm tall. And I feel like if I would have gotten the large or the extra, I think it was large or extra large that they had left. If I would have gotten that, it would have been like a dress on me, which is really what I wanted. But again, like, yeah, exactly. I would have felt really bad, like, taking, you know, the large when someone else couldn't, like, have a small. So, this is what it looks like tucked in. And you can't really see the cute little beaker because it's such a big design. Like, it's really spread out across the whole thing. Twice is obviously in the most important spot, right over my heart. Yeah, are you just gonna do this the whole time? You're just gonna, I just played with you for like 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think you just want to be in the video. See? Look. You're being so mean to me. Yeah, twice is over my heart. Ow, she scratched me. It's really cute. It's warm, it's cozy. I was happy with it. However, get up close. The design, don't see my double chin. The design is really scratchy and very bubbled up. And on one of these sides, where is it? Maybe it's on this side. There's a little error on it. Anyway, I'm sorry. So the quality is really okay. It's not the greatest. It's really bubbled up on the lettering and very scratchy. And my worry is that if it stretches, it's gonna crack and peel off is what I'm feeling. So if you get merch, wash it in, this is also 100% cotton, I think. So it's gonna shrink. That was the other concern that I had and why I wanted to get a bigger size. But yeah, exactly, right? So I have to play with my cat while I talk because otherwise she's just going to keep interrupting me. So it's going to shrink. So wash in cold, cold water, not warm, cold, not hot. No, cold, cold. Wash these inside out. Inside out, because then you'll protect the lettering from getting rubbed against other things and hopefully it'll preserve it longer. And yeah, I also kind of wanted to get 2 of them because I wanted to cut it kind of like how Sana had hers cut early on, and then maybe how Diane had hers cut to where the shoulders kind of fell out. It is a drop shoulder tee, so the shoulders here instead of like up here, which is really on trend. So you could also like cut it into a muzzle tee if you want, and you wouldn't lose any of that lettering, but you'd lose the cute little sleeves. So first one, all done. I'll untuck it. See, look how long this is. So it's really long. And then I guess you could tie it too and make it like a crop. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting that, my bad. So yeah, first look, first one, not bad. Next. Now, believe it or not, this lovely hoodie here, this is a large and no design in the back. This also, the black one didn't have a design in the back. I was hesitant to get, my original plan was to get the black hoodie with the pink heart on it. I really wanted that so bad, but they were sold out. So I got this hoodie, was the only other hoodie available. They only had it in large left, and there's only like 7 or 8 left, the guy said. So I just like went ahead and I was like, give it to me, please. But I mean, these are high-waisted pants, but it's pretty. I'm trying to like leave my arms out so you can see how wide it is. It doesn't really feel like a large, like the sleeves. Well, I guess they're pretty long, but I have long arms, so they're not really too, it just doesn't feel like a large to me. It feels like it would be like a medium or a small. So I'm happy the large was left, and that was all that what there was. I did want to get the black one instead of this because I didn't really want 2 things with the same design, but I like this because it has the beaker up higher, and then I could like tie it or tuck it if I had a higher waist jean, and you'd still be able to see it compared to the black one. Again, there's the beautiful Formula of Love. I will say for this one as well, the printing quality is a little bit better than the black one because it's flatter. It's not as puffed up like puff paint, and so I feel like it's not gonna have as much chance of getting like snagged or ripped on stuff. So that's nice. The hood is not, I like big hoods. I wish that like companies would make hoods a lot bigger because like, yeah, it's decent, but like I wish big hoods were in style. Quality is good. It's really soft. That's the other thing I really like. It's really soft, but it is thin. So this is definitely more of a summer hoodie. And it, like the inside, I'll show you real quick, is really fuzzy and sweet. ASMR. But yeah, I like it a lot. And it's an unfinished raw cut edge for the crop. And again, it's also a drop sleeve. It's more dropped than the other one, probably because this is a large. I really feel bad because I wish that the sizing was more inclusive, I guess. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Sorry, my hair's covering the design. It's super cute. Designs on both arms, which is kind of fun because in case you wanted to like chop one off and like be kind of funky, you could still have the design on one arm or the other. So I like that. And then I didn't notice that it has on the bottom, it has twice 2022. I didn't notice that before. That's fun. Does this one have it? Oh yeah, this one has it too. Okay, neat. All right. So yeah, good quality, cozy, slouch wear, and fun. Okay, one more wearable item, and then we'll move on to the other things that I got. Next. Okay, also thing to note is that I am not wearing a bra. I'm just wearing a sports bra underneath. So I feel like if I was wearing an actual bra, because I'm a 30 double D, this would stretch out a little bit more. But I really like this top. It's super comfy. It's soft. Again, it's 100% cotton. I don't know what the tan one is, but all of the shirts are cotton, which I appreciate. So I really like that it has the Twice Fourth World Tour on here. And then on the back, it has, can you see it? The design is really nice in the back. And I like this one too because I don't own anything tie-dyed. So I was like, I didn't know if I would really wear this, but because everything else was sold out, the only other thing that they had that I didn't get was the gray one with all of their faces on it. So I don't wear things with faces on it. So I just didn't see a point in getting it since I wasn't going to wear it. It felt wasteful and it felt like unfair to the people behind me if I was like just buying things to buy things that I wasn't going to wear or that I wouldn't enjoy wearing. But this is cool. I've seen them since wearing this on stage for their finales and things like that. Before they were just wearing like the black and gray scale stuff, but they've started like wearing this and the white one. White, it's cream, sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is the last thing that I got as far as apparel goes. I like it a lot. And now we'll move on to the last things that I bought. 1 second. I'll be back. Next. So this is the packaging. It got a little bit bent in transit, sorry. So they had really nice packaging for this next item. It's not that nice, but like it feels sturdy enough to keep. And it has this nice little printing on it for their shiny little world tour. What came in that package was, ta-da! The banner with all of our beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous girls. I could name all of them, but you all know who they are, and you know where your favorite is. Comment when you see your favorite. Who's your bias? I love them all. But like Chaeyoung, can we just talk about Chaeyoung and Chewy for a second? Like honestly, Sana too. Honestly, all of them. Mina, Daeyeon, Momo, Jihyo, Jungyoung, and Nayeon. Oh, all of them are just so pretty. So they look really good in this. They're not ironed on. It's actually like the fabric that you can see. Sorry, Mina, I used to use that as an example. So it's really nice. It's printed on, so if you did wash it, I don't think that it would come off. There's no instructions or materials that it says it's made out of. It feels like silky felt. I don't know how to describe it. And then there's this round stitching around the edge, so I think it's 2 pieces possibly, or that's just a zigzag stitch to stop it from fraying. But one side is black and one side is white, so they did a really good job thinking about that. Then this is the iron-on type, or the ironed-on top. So the Twice is iron-on, so I really, really, really wouldn't wash this because it feels delicate and it feels like it would come off if you put it through a machine or something, so don't risk it. The Fourth World Tour and the 3 in the background are just the fabric itself, but I got this because they didn't have any photo cards left and I was so upset and disappointed, but I really liked this one. Thumbnail, just kidding. But I was like, oh, like this would look really good like on my, okay ma'am, this would look really good like on my wall, or you know, making a shrine. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't joke like that. What if they see it? Just kidding. So yeah, they didn't have any photo cards, which was like a bummer because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just suspicious, but I feel like people would just buy them all up, people who trade and stuff, to like have a market and to just like have a monopoly on the market for it. I probably shouldn't talk while I'm rolling this up because of that crinkle. ASMR. Okay, oh, she looks so good. Oh, I love her. They all look amazing. Okay, so back in the storage bag we go until we can find a home for you. I just been so worried about it getting dusty because I can't wash it. So like I'm worried to put it like on a wall or something. Maybe like in a custom frame. Maybe like that would be kind of cute. I have all my stuff in frames right now because I used to never put posters on my walls and now I do, but they're in really fancy frames that like are a little bit much for a Twice poster, but I'm here living my best life. I don't care. Next thing, I'm not going to take them all out, but I did get they're not photo cards, but they're they're individual shots. There's the same thing that are printed on here, but they're all the individual shots and then 2 group shots. And these I got after the concert when I found out there was a merch line inside. I zoomed out of the concert as soon as they vanished and went straight to the merch line. And then the person in front of me got the last hoodie. And then I was like, what do you got that I don't have already? And the only thing they had left were the gray shirts with all of them on it and these. And I was like, okay, good, because these were all sold out when I was in line outside before the concert. So I was really happy to get these. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I think I'm probably going to put this back in the middle of the video, so enjoy the fully finished look of my flat ironed hair and winged eyes that's all worn off because I started sweating because I was cleaning my room. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Are you laying on my merch right now? She made a home on my merch. Okay, well, back to talking about whatever I was talking about. Bye. Okay, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna move on to problematic fans. And I really, like, I don't want to, like, I want a disclaimer, like, disclaimer right now. I'm not trying to, like, dump on anybody or, like, rain on anyone's parade. But, like, I had some bad experiences with people while I was there. And, it's just, it was a lot. So, basically, like, we were sitting down and there's some people to, not the row behind us, but the row behind that. The row behind us was empty when we got there. And then we heard this guy scream, Josh, from the row that was open, or that was empty. And he was like screaming and screaming. And then this guy turns and like, they're like, ah, like all happy to see each other. And I was like, oh, like he found his friend Josh and like, they're helping him to a seat. Neat. And you know, there's music playing and everyone's kind of dancing and singing along and having a good time. And pretty quickly we realized like they were intoxicated or something. They were really loud and I'm hard of hearing and I'm like in a concert hall. And like if I can't hear what's happening like in the concert hall, which is really loud and all I can hear is you, like we have a problem. So I was getting kind of frustrated and I kept like turning back at them because they were also making really inappropriate comments. And I was just like, and there's kids around me, like there's young people around me and they shouldn't be talking like that, at a Twice concert, let alone around children. And so it was just really frustrating that they weren't getting the hang because I was like looking at them like, are you crazy? And I'm going to try really hard not to curse, but like these people cause like a rage inside me that I've not felt in a very long time. So yeah, it was very frustrating. So fast forward with these people and the concert starts and, you know, they're screaming, which is like really loud, but like it's the concert, you know, you're supposed to be loud and giving cheers to your members that you love and all this stuff. But then like during their ments, like during their speeches and stuff, I couldn't hear what a couple of them were saying because they're like, Josh, like they just kept screaming Josh like randomly the whole pre-show, during the show. And finally I turned around at the dude and I was like, can you please stop? And he like, I was just so upset and he's just like, oh my bad, okay, sorry. And then he finally stopped and I was like, what the hell? So like, yeah, he stopped. Like I wanted to kind of apologize for like making him sad or whatever, but at the same time, like I was like, no, F off, like I'm mad at you now. And so he stopped, but his friends behind me, because this guy was to my left and behind these other girls that was screaming Josh, the other ones were doing it too, but they didn't do it for the rest of the show either. But they were like saying such disgusting things about the members, like sexualizing them. And I was like, don't, like, if you want to be a gross boy, bye, like, don't be here. Ugh, like, I don't want to hear that. And again, there's girls, like, young girls around you. What really made me mad was that when Jun Young was talking, one of them was like, oh my God, I don't care. The fury. I wanted to choose violence against these people, but like I didn't, because you can't with people like that. Like, you know, you just can't. But I they don't I could not believe people would pay for tickets and disrespect the people performing in such a way. I was beyond just like mortified at their behavior the entire time, because like they are just not caring about the people around them at all. And I really don't think that they're fans. I think that they're just gross men who were just there to like make their gross sexual comments about members. And then like when they were being heartfelt and like thanking their fans, they're like, "Oh my God, I don't care. Like shake your butt," or whatever. Like, it just made me so upset. Anyway, and then what else happened? That the other thing that weirded me out was like they started barking, like woof 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 woof. I've lived in the Bay Area my whole life, and like I don't know if it's a male fan thing for them or if it's a Bay Area thing, but I've been to plenty of Bay Area concerts and none of them have been like that and barked. And even the girls looked confused. Like there's fan cams of them being like, "What is happening?" And like I don't know if it's a new thing or if people just went rabid over COVID. Like I don't know. But they were really confused. And then even like Dion was like, "I'm Dubu," so you can say Dubu 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 Dubu, like trying to change the barking. And because like they're foreigners like to this country. They might, it sounds kind of like boos a little bit. Like it doesn't sound like cheers at all. So like I feel like that could be read as disrespectful to them, because like they're from another country and it's just freaking, I thought it was weird, and I'm from here. Like you don't bark at girls. Like if a guy barked at me, pepper spray. You don't bark at girls or women or anybody. Like take yourself down to the pound if you want to act like that. Like it's just gross. It was just uncomfortable. And like I don't know. I didn't like it. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the members. And I never curl my eyelashes. Did I get them? Yes, I did. I never curl my eyelashes. But today I'm doing it, I guess. Did it work? Because look how invisible my eyelashes. Like they're so fine. Um, anyway, so the members. So right from the get-go, to me, Chaeyoung seemed off. She like I get her like persona and stuff, but like she just didn't seem herself at first. She was like her nose was a little bit red. Like I don't know if she was wearing a mask and like it rubbed off her makeup before stage, but it looked like she'd been crying. Like is the only way I can like talk about her demeanor. And so I was just really concerned at the beginning because I was like, why is she looking so distressed? Like she just looked very disinterested and very low energy. She was giving though, like she wasn't being lazy. Like when I say she had no energy, it was more like her facial expression was just like, I don't want to be here, but like not in a disrespectful way. Like I don't know, it just seemed, I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I hope she's okay. But like her nose was just really red, and it wasn't like the highlighter or like the blush red. It was like I've been sniffling and like, you know, going like this kind of look, and her eyes looked a little bit red as well. So I don't know. So Chewy, they did Chewy so dirty. They like she had like no screen time even for like her singing parts. I feel like they chose songs that she didn't sing in purposefully. And like she was singing live. Like I could tell she wasn't just like lip singing. Obviously they're singing over a track to some extent, but she wasn't like, you know, depending on it that much. But yeah, so she was like, I felt like they did her a little bit dirty in the sense that they were like making her not, I don't know, they were like not showing her as much dancing and stuff, like as much close-up time as the rest of the members. And that kind of like bothered me a little bit. Like, I don't know, I just feel like she didn't get, like, I felt like it should have been more fair. Like, it wasn't fair to her that she didn't get as much, like, screen time and as much vocal time as everyone else. And obviously line distribution is not equal, and like she's the visual and stuff, but as the visual, like if she's not going to be singing it a lot, the least you could do is like, because she's one of the main dancers, the least you could do is like give her some close-ups during some dance parts. But anyway, oh my gosh, okay, so Junyoung worried me so bad. I was so scared for her because she looked like after they performed, so they performed I Can't Stop Me, they did like More and More, I Can't Stop Me, and a couple other fast-paced songs back to back to back. And like right before I Can't Stop Me, she looked like she was in pain, and like Junyoung like touched her back, and Daeyeon like touched her back and like was like patting her because she was like panting. And then after, she was like crying and like looked like, you know, Mina and Nayeon were comforting her, and I was so worried she got hurt. And I was just like, this poor girl. And what made me happy though is there was a lot of green like bongs on. Like I had mine on. It's dead now. It died halfway through the concert and I was really sad about it. But I had mine on for the green that's Mina's green, like the bluey green. But there were so many greens for Junyoung, and we all were giving her like the most cheers, and we're all really happy she was there. But I just am so worried about her because like she didn't get as much prep time as everybody else, and she's recovering from spine surgery. Like, that's so, this poor girl, she's just giving us so much, and I appreciate it so much, and I just wish, like, I hope that she's okay, because I'm so stressed for her. But yeah, I love that she was holding hands with Mina, because like if anyone understands what she's going through, it's Mina, right? And so it's just like, I don't know, I hope she's getting the support she needs and the love that she deserves, because she's like the sweetest girl, and I've always had like a soft spot in my heart for her, and I always thought she was so strong, even though like, you know, she had pain and things like that. And I just think it's really great that that she's getting the love and the support from the members, and they're looking after her so much. But look, who's not looking after her is her stylist. They need to fire that person. I don't care. Like, they need to lose their job because they're just doing her so dirty. So dirty. Like, okay, we get it. She's gained a little bit of weight. We all do. Okay, we've all been there. She had spine surgery. She needed to take a break. Like, she needed to take care of her health. Plus, medicine for anxiety sometimes makes you gain weight. Okay, who cares? That doesn't mean she's not beautiful and that she doesn't deserve to have clothes that fit her. Like, Jesus. For her, the black outfit they wear looks great. Her red outfit looks great. But that purple satin or whatever the heck they had on her is a hate crime. Because it just like, I get it, like, I don't know what their thing is about showing her skin. Like, I don't know if it's a comfort thing for her or for them, because they're like, oh, we can't like let them see how big you've gotten or whatever. But there's silhouettes for girls that have curves that aren't box shapes that are gonna make them look, you know, even bigger than they are, because she's not that big. She's like normal size, in my opinion anyway. Like, she's a healthy weight. She's not underweight. She's athletic. But Junyoung stylist needs to get fired. They need to get a consultant for girls who are larger than what they're used to in Korea. That's not even true. There's plenty of girls her size in Korea. But they just need to, like, dress her. To be honest, they've always done her dirty with her outfits. But, like, this just tipped me over the edge of, like, fury. Like, let the girl live. Goodness gracious. And again, I don't know, like, if it's for her comfort to be all covered up or if it's for them not knowing how to dress her. But you can also still be covered up and not look like you're in clothes that don't fit you, because that purple dress I want to burn. Like, why couldn't they give her, like, a cute little pantsuit? Everyone's, like, in a dress in that stage or in, like, booty shorts. They could have given her a, like, nice pantsuit, and she still would have looked amazing, and had it been, like, a pantsuit and, like, a little V, and then maybe had some, like, lace detailing here, or, like, some silver, because, like, it was all shiny, like, a silver insertion in case they were worried about cleavage for some reason. I don't know. But Sana and Momo were allowed to show their goods. So hypocrites. If it's their choice and not hers. If it's her choice, it's fine. But anyway. Oh, so on the positive side, like, I don't know, like, the members, like, were off-ish, like, for this show. I don't know if they were maybe just hired from LA, because they did 2 shows there before coming here. But, they, like, just didn't seem the greatest. And I'm wondering if it had to do with the barking, because I would guess yes. But Nayeon and Jihyo and Dayan were, like, hype people. Like, they're like, let's go, Twice, like, come on. And I think it also was probably hard for them to, like, be their normal selves because they had to wait for the translator. And Dayan's English, Dayan is doing amazing with her English. I don't know when she decided to pick that up, but good for her. She's doing great, I think. I'm not the greatest at makeup, I'm gonna be honest, but I decided I wanted to play today because it's like a gloomy day, and I don't know, I wanted to live my life today. And I also wanted to play with all these colors because I just got this palette and I haven't played with all the colors yet. And I'm not gonna go too crazy because the too much gene can be strong within me sometimes. Yeah, so it was fun watching everyone, you know, hype each other up and all that. I was just really concerned for Jen Young, like, the whole time. I kept, like, looking for her on stage and checking on her. But for the most part, I think the members did a really good job of, like, keeping tabs on her and including her and everything. They didn't really play too much during their encore, as much as I've been seeing on fan cams from other shows. I think that they did more playing. They're doing more playing with each other now. And it seems like Chang's doing a lot better and a lot more playful, because I was really worried about her for a minute there. Diane's English again, like, I can't get over how adorable her English was. She's like, give me your energy. She's so cute. The dancing, holy moly, their dancing got so much better. Like, oh my gosh, they were giving 1,000,000%. I can't even say how amazing it is. Like, Jihyo has such a, like, amazing future ahead of her, I think, like, in performing. I would love for Chang and, like, Chang, Mina, Jihyo, and Momo. I feel like them staying, and even Tui, like, I feel like that would be, like, such a cool subunit. Honestly, I want them all to stay together. It's hard for me to imagine them all split up, but my grand takeaways are, like, be kind and be respectful when you go to these events. It's not just you, like, that's there to have a good time. There's other people too. And I think it's really important to keep that in mind, is that you're not the only one who spent an exuberant amount of money to modern day scalpers on Ticketmaster, who steal all the tickets and then sell them at an unfairly inflated price. And then disadvantage actual fans who really want to see it, who can't afford it. And then what else is a takeaway? Yeah, don't be disrespectful. Think of other people. I feel like JYP has, like, sucked our poor girls dry, and I think they need a vacation. I think they deserve a vacation after this, because they've not had a break. Like, it's been comeback after comeback. Like, Once is so well fed right now. Like, I think it's fair to say, like, we are well fed and that they deserve a break. As much as I love Twice and do not want them to break up, like, we need to put their needs before our wants, because they're people. Like, they're not a product. As much as they're treated like a product, they're people first. And I think that we know that, but it scares us to it scares us to think about a world where they're not twice, you know, where they're not together as one. They didn't sing One in a Million or Ooh Ah, which I really wanted, but they sang Cactus and I almost cried. I also almost cried during Feel Special because, like, that's my favorite song. Well, one of them. It's my favorite A-sides, like, singles that they've done in a long time. But, yeah. Their Japanese songs just... Maybe I'll do a video about their Japanese songs and I'll rate them or something. I don't know. We'll see how this does. This is like my first YouTube video in like forever, so. Final takeaway is it was an amazing show. It was everything I wanted and more. All I wanted was all 9 together, and it felt like it wasn't real life. Like, I felt like I wasn't actually there. I felt like I was just like a camera, like, watching it happen. Because, and like, I kept putting my phone away too. Like, I got a couple of like videos, but I had to just like put it away because I didn't want to watch it through a screen. Like, I wanted to watch it there. And I was like, there'll be fan cams later, but now I can't find very many fan cams, and it's like, ah, I thought there'd be more, but or at least fan cams from that show particularly. Nayeon had her like little ponytails, and Jin had like a little bun on her head. It was super cute. Anyway, it was a great show, and I hope I get the chance to see them again one day in some form or another. And it's weird loving people you've never met so much. It's strange, but I feel like we can all relate to that. And the reason I wanted to make this video was like also to feel a bit more like connected to the ones community, because seeing so many in one place like just changed like my perspective of like where I live. And because like there's not very many cup sleeve events or anything for Twice. There's mostly for BTS, and I wish that there was more girl group recognition in the area. And like the girl next to me in the concert, oh my god, I loved her so much. I wish I would have like gotten her name or something, but she was singing along to every song. Like her and her friend were dressed so cute. Like it was just such a like good, healthy, happy vibe, like with the girls around me and stuff, and even some of the guys too. We're not going to talk about the people that were behind me anymore. They don't exist. But but yeah, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video that probably ended up being very, 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 very long. Maybe I'll make it a part 1 and a part 2 just to make it easier, because I think that I talked about each point for like 10 minutes or more. Plus I still have to show you all the merch that I got. So if this was long, I'm sorry, but thanks for hanging out with me. You'll get to see my makeup and my hair when I do the video for the merch that I got. I have it like hanging over here, I have it hanging over there, I have some over there, because I'm like surrounding myself with the memory that I was there. Anyways, okay, I love you. Bye once.